Hey, this is Walter Jones.
This is Austin St. John.
And you're listening to Ranger Danger.
Go, go, Ranger Danger! Ooh. Go, go, Ranger Danger! Ooh. Go, go, Ranger Danger! Matt and Michael's Ranger Danger!
Welcome once again to Mighty Morphin Ranger Danger. This is the podcast where we watch episodes of the TV series Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Then after that, we talk about it. My name is Matt.
Michael. Hi, guys.
Michael is here. We are going to be watching episode 111, episode 111 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, entitled Wild Breast Rangers Part 2.
Yeah.
Are you excited, Michael?
I'm excited for it to be terrible, Matt.
How does that work?
I don't... This podcast has just made me no longer make sense.
Is it the podcast's fault, or the show's fault, or is it your fault for doing both?
All of the above.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, we have a website.
We do.
It's www.rangerdangerpodcast.com. We also have an email address where you can send us emails and we'll read out like we're about to. That's rangerdangerpodcast@gmail.com. We also have a Twitter, so if you want to Twitter tweet at us, that's @RangerDcast. We're also on Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and Google+. Plus, we have a shop. It's rangerdangerpodcast.com/shop, where you can buy things and some stuff and some who's or what's it. Now, Michael,
Yeah.
is it time to read emails?
It is time to read some emails, I think.
Yes, I guessed right.
Good guess.
Thank you.
That's okay.
So, emails?
Oh, yeah, I should read some emails then, I guess. I'm going to read some emails. Our first email today comes from Josh. Josh has sent us some emails before.
Yes.
So the first thing that he sent us, Matt, is some 2-year anniversary Ranger Danger fan art.
Oh, wow. I like
And,
fan art.
You're going to like this one.
Hey, that's amazing.
So, it's for those of you playing at home, and we'll put it up on our Facebook and our Twitter and that, it's Pumpkin Rapper, everybody's favourite monster.
Well, I mean, your favourite monster.
I mean, if there's anybody who isn't Pumpkin Rapper's favourite monster, you know what I mean, then you're wrong.
But
Other people can have favourite monsters, but they're wrong.
Oh, so I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Company President Gravestone doesn't count. He's not a Power Rangers monster.
But he still gets to be because he's so cool.
I don't think that's how that works. Anyway, he's riding Serpentera. And he's saying, yeah, which doesn't rap, but that's fine.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So I really appreciate it. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah. And Josh also says he was listening to Storybook Rangers.
Yes.
And he thought the part of it that kind of made sense was, we were complaining about how they couldn't, go backwards and move around. It kind of makes sense in that they're in a book, so they have to keep going through the story as it happens.
Yeah.
But, I mean, let's be honest, we've all put many hours more thought into that episode already than anyone involved in the production did.
Absolutely. It's such a pity because it's not a unique conceit, but one that lends itself to you creating interesting rules for your universe.
Yep.
And they did really not take
No.
use that opportunity.
So this third question he had was, have you heard of a show/movie called Men in White?
No.
So, Matt, would it surprise you to learn that Men in White was a parody of Men in Black?
No.
Right, so this is a National Lampoon film.
Yes.
That came out in 1998.
Okay.
And the reason that it is significant enough for us to mention is that Saban were involved in the production.
Oh, Jesus.
And so many of the aliens are repurposed monster suits from Power Rangers.
Yes.
Including Eye Guy and Snow Monster and Stag Beetle.
Wow.
So this movie starred Barry Bostwick, who was in Rocky Horror and was the mayor on Spin City.
Okay.
And basically no one else.
That's fascinating.
So he says it's available to watch on YouTube. I don't know how legitimately that is.
I don't think anyone is collecting money for that film anymore.
No, I can't imagine that Saban are proud to own that.
No.
But we might have to...
Not watch
all... No, we're not sitting through 2 hours of that.
No.
But we might have to just, give it a look, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I think that's our only email, Matt.
Oh, okay.
We have a couple of emails that are Dino Charge related.
Right.
But we should talk about them on our separate Dino Charge podcast.
Yeah, we do have one of those, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we go watch Wild West Rangers Part 2 then?
I mean, I guess if we have to.
We do, actually. That's how this works.
Oh, well, alright then. We made a bad decision.
Yeah. So, what do you think the chances are that we'll see Wild West Megazord?
Slim to none?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. On that note, let's go watch the episode. You can too. If not, we'll see you in just a second. Again, not the sort of terrible I was expecting.
So here's the thing. That was, like, fine.
Yeah.
And then that last 2 minutes
Yeah.
was just so poorly thought out for a very specific reason.
We'll get to that Luke and Leia moment in a bit.
Oh, that's
But
not even the right kind of weird that it is.
I think we should...
Yeah, let's go from the top instead.
Yeah.
I will give them credit. They did things that we've been saying they should have done.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah.
It sort of.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in the Wild West
Yes.
still. Goldar and Needlenose are there.
Yep.
They're threatening to take over Angel Grove.
And turn it into Zed and Reederville.
It's not a great name.
I'm not sure, like on the sign, is that hyphenated?
I feel like it should be 2 neighbouring towns.
I see. So they're going to split Zedville and Reederville.
That makes more sense than Zed and Reederville.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay.
There's no way my GPS would be able to pronounce Zed and Reederville.
No.
Can't pronounce anything. Makes me so angry.
Zed and Reederville.
Oh dear. That's pretty close. So basically, Kim and the Wild Westy Rangers,
Yes. Who aren't Rangers?
no, but you know who we mean, run away.
Yes. Go team. Yep.
And so then Kim kind of is there on her own.
Yep.
And she says, "What do you want, Goldar?" And he's like, "What I want is what I always want, the destruction of you and all the other Power Rangers." Sure.
It's very honest.
Nice, clean mission statement, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's the sort of goal that you can look at and go, right, how am I going to achieve a step towards that today?
Yeah, that's an achievable KPI.
It's not even like conquering the Earth, which is like, does conquering a planet, does that do part of it? You know, like, he just wants the Power Rangers dead.
Yep.
Nice, simple, straightforward.
Clean. This is kind of a cool shot too, because it's sort of through Kimberly's legs.
Yeah, we've got a Mexican standoff.
Yeah. And like,
We're going to have like 7 of them.
yes. But I appreciate that they're at least trying to do some homages.
Stick to theme, yeah. So Kim decides to try and morph.
Yep.
And she says, "I hope this works." And it doesn't work because of that time we saw them try this in the past. Oh, no, wait, it works.
It works.
Kim morph. It wasn't like 4 episodes ago.
No, and the thing is... Yeah, unless, like, Zordon was asleep then and woke up now, and the power grid woke up with him... you have to work very hard for this to make any sort of sense. Because before, as you say, they weren't able to morph because they were in the past, before
Yes.
they got their powers, right?
That was the rule. If you're in the past, or if it's cold, you
Yes.
can't morph.
Yes, but Kimberly morphs, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yep.
Okay. So she's outnumbered. Goldar sends some putties.
And they're still in their adorable Western outfits.
Yep, one of them's got like a vest and chaps and boots, and
I love that one. He's my favourite.
he's definitely the best one.
Yes.
He clearly like fought the most people. And
Yeah, that's
pilfered
right.
the most clothing. So Goldar's like, right, Putty's attack, which makes no sense. She's one Power Ranger. He's fought one Power Ranger before. Why doesn't he and Needlenose and the Putties try to kill her?
Yeah, just murder Kimberly.
Like, all go for it at once.
Yeah.
As it is, he sends the Putties and then just, like, goes away.
Yes. But it's Goldar. Part of me just believes he's a real coward. Like,
I mean, that's certainly supported by the rest of the text.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, but I'm starting to think that, like, actually, he's just a coward.
It's not just when he's in situations where, like, he's about to die that he's like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
He just doesn't even want to be in those
He'd
situations.
just rather not. He'd rather posture and then disappear.
Yep. So meanwhile, One-Eyed Bulk,
Yes.
not my penis, but the past version of Bulk,
Yeah.
tries to squeeze out of Angel Grove Jail.
It basically succeeds because it's the worst prison ever.
Yeah, he can bend the bars with his hands.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the bars just open to the outdoors, where whoever's in the prison is not able to see them.
No. So you could be just walking past the prison and give someone, like, a weapon.
Yep.
Or
A gun,
a
say.
gun or a lockpick or any number of things.
Yep. Which even if you couldn't just bend the bars with your bare hands,
Yes.
which is another thing that apparently you can do.
Yes. It's just not well thought out, is what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So he decides that he wants to find out who the Pink Ranger is, because some things are the same across all of time.
I guess.
Yeah.
But not across all of time, it's just across the Wild West to Season 2 of Power Rangers specifically, no other time.
Yeah. Yeah. Not the 1780s.
No.
But the 1880s and one particular year in future Bulk and Skull's life.
Yes.
Yeah. So Kim has what she thinks is a plan.
Yep.
And she's going to give it a shot. And so she teleports.
She says, I hope you're there, Zordon, and teleports to the old-timey command center.
Which has, like, Western building bits around it.
Yeah, it's just got, like, a shack stuck on either side of it.
Which just... Like, if it's in a place that people can get to all the time and needs to be disguised...
Yes.
It's still just a random shack in the middle of the desert.
And it's also, like, not just a shack. It's still a huge, weird, clearly alien building with two shacks on either side.
Yeah.
It's not a disguise.
It makes no sense. Can I say I was disappointed
Yes.
that Alpha didn't have a cowboy hat?
Yes, me too. Very
Like,
disappointed.
I understand that steampunk Alpha is probably too much to hope for.
Yes.
But, like, give me a cowboy hat or something.
Yeah.
We got a moustache on Zordon. You're telling me he couldn't have had, like, a beard?
Yes.
Anyway, Zordon and Alpha are there. The command center looks exactly the same.
Yeah, they're just chilling out, which is weird because I'm pretty sure the first episode of Mighty Morphin makes it seem like they're kind of coming out of, like, stasis or retirement or
Because
something.
something's happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas this just makes it look like they have just been doing stuff for, 1,000 years?
Yeah. But, I mean... Yeah, it's weird because you could have played it as, like, the arrival of Golda and Needlenose and a Power Ranger.
Yes.
Like, goes, holy shit, something's happening.
Yeah.
And then they're like, right, let's go. But this is just, by the looks of it, another day in the command center.
And they were so unfazed by this whole thing.
Yeah, so Kimberly teleports in and Alpha goes, intruder alert, and Kimberly just goes, no, I'm from the future. And they're like, yep, sure.
Cool, got it.
Sure, from the future, yep.
Yep.
I mean, I guess they've seen that she's a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
But also, we do know that it's possible for there to be evil Power Rangers.
Yes. And also, is a Power Ranger a concept that they're familiar with? Like, I know that they have the power coins.
Yes.
But later on, Future Zordon will say that Rocko and the others were the first Power Rangers of Earth, I
yes.
guess.
Well, they say specifically the first people on Earth to use the power coins.
Right.
Which is lucky.
Yes.
Because we know that they're not the first Power Rangers.
Do we?
Yeah, I'm sure there's other Power Rangers who operate.
Okay.
I believe, I want to say, like, Samurai has got, like, Power Rangers ancestors who operated in medieval Japan.
There you go. Okay. Well, that's a nice...
I'm sure we'll get an angry letter if I'm wrong about that.
Yeah. Nice little workaround, though.
Yeah, but they're the first dinosaur Power Rangers.
It raises so many questions, though, about Zordon, what he remembers and what he doesn't of this event.
Yeah.
Like, he, later on in the future, he says, like what I said about them being the first humans to use the power coins.
Yep.
He says that before they use the power coins.
Yes.
Implying that he knows what happened.
Which makes sense, because it was in his past.
Because he was there.
Yes.
But that contradicts the whole rest of this episode and the last one, where he acts like he doesn't know what was going on in the past.
And also, does that mean they didn't just pick 5 random teenagers?
Yeah.
Because he knew 2 of them already.
Yep.
And then, like, did he have to act surprised when he met Rocky and Adam and Aisha?
Yeah.
Because he already, like... he knew that their ancestors... I can't imagine that there's been enough Power Rangers between 1880 and 1990 that he's forgotten all of them.
No. And also, the way he talks about it...
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sort of trying to wrap my head around it. Because Jason and Zach
Yep.
and Trini
Yep.
presumably had ancestors in the past following this logic.
Yes.
Why weren't they sought out? Or, if it is that Rocky and Rocko and the others are sort of like the most important ones, why didn't he get them first when he was looking for someone to wield power coins?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a frustrating bit of... Like, they don't even handwave it like, oh, there was a reason I couldn't tell you about it. Because there's no reason. It wouldn't have affected the outcome.
How about... Like, why is he shocked? I guess, you know what? That does explain why he knows straight away, like, about time holes.
Yes.
Because he's all like, oh yeah, it's a time hole. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
But he must have been waiting for
A time hole.
Kimberly to fall into a time hole at some point.
Yes.
Unless the only other acceptable version of time travel that I can make this happen is these things did not happen in Zordon's past until Kimberly went back and they happened.
Okay.
Right? So, like, Back to the Future rules, right?
Yeah.
The past didn't have Kimberly and Power Rangers.
Yes.
When Kimberly went back, she changed the future
Right.
to a version where these events had happened.
Okay.
And because they're so far back, they don't affect, like, what actually happens to people.
Yeah.
But they do... Everything's just the way it is now.
To be they didn't have that scene then where Zordon's like, oh, now that this is happening, I remember that this happened.
Yeah, I mean, look, that would have very much confused the 6-year-olds.
Yeah, that's
especially
true.
given that we still don't quite have our heads around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah. Look, the problem is time travel is always difficult to keep consistent.
Yes.
And it's even more difficult when you don't give a shit about it being consistent with the last time they time traveled.
Yes. It causes lots of problems.
Yeah. So Kim says, look, I know that Rita had the green coin,
Yep.
but you should have the other power coins, right?
Yes.
And Zordon's like, yeah, they're just in a box out the back.
Yeah.
You can't have the pink coin, though, because too much pink energy is dangerous.
Yeah, I've often said that about pink energy.
Yeah, we all know that too much pink energy is dangerous.
That's why I never eat fairy floss.
Okay. I mean, I guess.
What this makes me wonder
Yeah.
is why Zordon was just keeping those in a box for at least 100 years at this point. Like, there may not have been any aliens or evil monsters, but there were bad things going on that could have used Power Ranger assistance.
I'm willing to accept that Zordon doesn't feel like it's his right to interfere with, like, human wars.
Yeah.
And, like, if Zordon comes in and stops slavery, then, like, he can't stop slavery with 5 dudes with superpowers.
Sure, but then you just go, like, international rescue with it, where it's like, no, you just rescue people who are in danger.
Like,
If a plane is going down, like, why did
a
they
plane
not...
is going down in 1880.
No, but like when the Titanic is sinking.
Sure.
Right? Why did not they not send the pterodactyls on to go pick it up?
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable with, as far as I can be comfortable, with the idea that he only feels comfortable intervening with, like, space monster specific problems.
That's dumb and irresponsible.
Yeah, he's part of the order of something. They have rules. I'm sure
Right,
that's...
the rules are you should let people die unless
They
there's
know
a
to
space
only
monster
use their
involved.
weapons for fighting space monsters. It's in the theme song.
I don't like it.
They know. Yeah, it's right there.
Yep.
Only use your weapons to punch Goldar.
It's very specific.
Too much pink energy is dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. What it means is we can't have an extra Power Ranger.
Yes.
But I don't...
I want to see what happens when you put 2 of the same coin in a morph.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that it's, like, he says pink energy specifically.
Yeah.
Because in the future, we're going to see, like, 2 simultaneous teams of Power Rangers with the same color setups.
Yeah.
And we're going to see nearly a dozen Red Rangers all at once.
Yes.
Like, if it was too much pterodactyl energy, then that would make sense, kind of. Kind of. But, yeah, too much pink energy.
It's, yeah. That they didn't try very hard at that one.
No. No.
So, Ghibli takes the coins
Yeah.
and is on her way, basically.
Who's she going to give them to, Matt?
Well, exactly who you think.
Yep.
Rocko and the others.
Yep.
Rocko is the only one whose name I can ever remember off the top of my head.
Adam is Abraham.
Yeah.
I think Billy is just William.
Yeah.
And Alicia is...
Miss Alicia.
Aisha, sorry.
Yeah.
Is just Miss Aisha.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's lazy.
Yeah, it is lazy. Boy, is it lazy. So she's like, hey guys, take these coins. You're going to be Power Rangers. And they have less problems with that than you would expect.
Yeah, they're pretty on board. Like, they have a moment of hesitation, but yeah, then like, yeah, alright, why not?
So meanwhile, in the future, they can't see what's going on in the past.
Yeah.
Although that was a thing that they could do the last time they time traveled. But anyway. But there's these things called Chroniton particles.
Chronoton or Chronotron?
One of those.
Yeah.
I think Ton, but Chronotron possibly, certainly.
Yeah.
They exist outside the space-time continuum.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No. No, Power Rangers.
But they're Chronoton, like, they're so heavy that they can't be, like, moved along the time stream. They just sort of sit on the bottom of the time river bed.
But that would still be within the space-time continuum.
No, that sort of flows over the top. Because for it to be in the continuum, it has to be moving. It has to be continuity, right? These remain stagnant.
You're looking at me with the look of, I've just solved this problem.
I have!
What you should have is the look of, I've just told some bullshit that doesn't really make sense.
Makes
You could be a
perfect
Power Rangers writer, Matt.
It could be.
So, because these particles exist outside of space and time,
Yep.
some of them exist in the past.
Yes.
Mate.
But they don't just... They exist all time. They don't
Mate.
exist at any one point.
So, by tapping into them,
Yep.
or tuning into them, or using them,
Yep.
they can see the past?
Yeah.
So why don't they just look at the future all the time?
That's an excellent question.
Yeah.
Well, because Zordon doesn't let himself interfere in things that aren't related to space monsters or are in the future or are in the past.
He's got a very specific set of rules.
I think he's just lazy.
Right.
And he has a lot of excuses
If
for
it's
that.
not endangering me right now,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't even want to like prevent problems for future Zordon.
Yeah, that's
He's like,
future
no, that's
Zordon's
future
problem."
Zordon's problem. I'm going to bed. Night, guys.
What a dick.
Yeah. So Bulk and Skull's ancestors
Yes.
decide that they're going to try and find this Pink Ranger.
Yep.
How are they going to do that?
With a divining stick.
Right, Matt, those are used to find water.
Yes. And this makes a lot of sense, because people are actually 90% water.
Yeah.
The thing about this is, it makes sense, but it also kind of just, like, adds weight to the fact that divining rods are bullshit, right?
I mean, we all know... I especially like what happens in this, which it looks like it's actually pulling Bulk.
Yes.
Which, it's just a stick.
Yes.
It's literally just a stick with, a crook in it.
Yes.
That's all they are.
Yes.
They don't find water.
But, like, if they did find water, why would they not just point towards people all the time? Why would you, as someone who has a lot of water in you, not throw them off?
Well, this one specifically leads Bulk to a source of 100% water.
Yes.
Which is a water trough.
Yes, and
That
then
he
he falls
falls
in.
into.
I didn't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, sure, if we had to have ye olde Bulk and Skull do something,
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
We see their wanted posters.
Yes.
The reward for their capture is $1,000, which is the modern equivalent of about 22 grand in US dollars.
Hey, that's alright.
Which is both, like, that's a good reward for catching someone, but also, if they're incredibly dangerous criminals, as we've been led to believe,
Yeah.
like, would you risk your life to capture a criminal for 22 grand?
Yeah, probably. I'm pretty poor.
Yeah, that's fair.
I could take like 6 months off work.
Yeah. We could record lots of the podcast.
Yeah.
Or do other things?
What else is there to do?
That's a great question.
What do people who don't do this podcast do with their lives?
I don't know. I no longer remember my life before this podcast.
Write in. Let us know. We'd love to know what humans do.
Well, the problem is all of their answers are going to be listen to the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah. All right, so in the future,
Yep.
they see the oldie replacement Power Rangers.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, those people look like us. They're not as freaked out as I would be.
No.
If I saw, the group of people I'm standing with in the past, and it turns out that it's all of my great-great-grandparents.
They seem to all be very on board with this logic.
Yep.
Like, yeah, of course all of us, like all of our ancestors would know each other. And of course they'd all look exactly like us. That's how time works.
I mean, I guess they have all been to the past and met ye olde Bulk and Skull. Or
Yeah.
ye olde, like 1700s Bulk and Skull.
Yes.
So the idea is not completely new to them.
No, within that universe, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Like, to us, it's dumb, because that's not how these things work. But within that sort of frame of reference...
It's interesting, their parents don't look exactly like them.
That's the
those,
thing,
those
right?
parents we've seen.
Following this logic, they should all just, like, look like exactly like their parents and their grandparents.
Yeah. Maybe it skips some number of generations.
Yes.
Whatever the number of generations it is that, like, those people don't meet at that time. Because, you'd have photos of your grandparents from when they were your age-ish, probably.
Yeah.
So, it's that generation doesn't count. But, you maybe don't have photos of your great-great-grandparents. So, that's when they can look exactly like you.
But there's not that many steps between 1780 and 1880.
Yes.
So what-
maybe for comic relief, it's more direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
We cracked the code.
Yeah, there we go. We've solved that problem. Alright, so the Rangers walk through the town and the town's deserted.
Yes.
Kimberly says Goldar never gives up that easily, which is the biggest lie we have ever heard on this show.
Yeah, it's actually the exact opposite of the truth.
That's his sole character trait.
Yeah.
Is that Goldar gives up incredibly easily.
Yeah, sometimes without any sort of prompting.
Yeah.
Sometimes he gives up before there's anything to give up.
Yeah. He does that in this episode.
He does.
Alright, so they fight the putties.
Yep.
It's a fine putty fight,
Rocko uses a water trough to
Yep.
fight.
Adam dips Aisha and she does a kick.
Yeah. It almost feels romantic.
Almost.
Almost.
Almost. So then Goldar shows up to brag.
Yep.
He's like, "Grah, grah, grah," and then just leaves.
Again, that's what Goldar does.
Yep. So then they're surrounded by the putties.
Yes.
In a way that does not actually feel particularly threatening.
No, and not just because they're the putties.
No. But then it's okay because it's the white stranger.
Yeah, it's that one white guy in town.
Yeah.
The only white person.
I mean, to be fair, he's probably the only person in town who wears all white.
Yes.
I wish... It's nice to see Kimberly in, like, a leadership position.
Yes.
I wish it had felt more dire.
Yes.
So that their rescue felt more like a rescue.
Yep.
And not like, hey, everyone, it's time for Tommy to show up and save the day.
Yes.
But, and anyway...
No, I know exactly what you mean. He rides in like he's saving the day.
Yeah.
When really it's just, oh, there's an extra bit of help here.
There's
for
like
us.
8 putties. You can just punch 8 putties in the chest. They explode.
Yeah.
Billy's got a plan to get Kimberly back.
Yes.
But he's going to need 3 communicators.
Yes. It's a very specific number of communicators.
I mean, Billy will say that they get 1 shot.
Yep.
There's 6 communicators. They
Yeah.
made the communicators. Whatever the bits are for the communicators, there's got to be more communicator bits.
But they do have a tube that they're sitting on. Maybe it's a really rare tube.
Okay, sure. In the past, Kimberly says, "Alright guys, it's time." And Goldar makes the foolish mistake of saying, "Time for what?"
This is the Doctor Who of this show, right?
Absolutely. It's time. What time is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there a phrase that we say about... It's clobbering time. Oh, no, shit.
That's not
it. It is indeed morphing time.
That's it.
Matt, what do the Wild West Power Rangers look like?
This is amazing.
Yeah.
They're the Power Rangers.
Yep.
But they have tassels all fucking over it.
Yeah, so they've got a neckerchief around their
neckerchief,
necks.
yes, and
They
tassels.
have tassels like running up their legs.
Yep, the whole way.
And I think on the fringes of their sleeves.
Yep.
And then instead of Power Ranger boots,
Yes.
they've got cowboy boots.
Yes.
With like diamonds just really shoddily pasted on so they look like the Power Ranger boots.
Yes. I love the...
I wish they had cowboy hats as well.
Me too, but I'll take it. The tassels were the bit that really sold it for me.
Absolutely.
It was just so over the top. And they weren't just like a few tassels.
There's a lot of
There was
tassels.
tassels everywhere.
Yeah.
It was so good. This really turned the episode around for me.
This fight scene that we're about to see is like tassel central.
It is.
So Rocky does some bullfighter moves.
Yes.
And just as I was thinking, would they have known what's the timeline there with that? He says, I knew those lessons south of the border would pay off.
He's not talking about Mexico.
Oh dear. Oh dear. What is he... Do you dangle a little cave and then pull it out of the way?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Does that work? If that works, I need to write that down.
You should write that down.
Okay, I'm going to make a note.
That's going in our Ranger Danger sex tips book.
Have you got anything else for that book, Matt?
No, but now I really want to do a whole bunch of Power Rangers themed sex tips.
You understand that that's, like, we are already in a niche market.
Yeah.
I feel like you are pushing into the most niche possible market. Power Rangers fans who have sex.
Yeah.
There's got to be like 5.
Yeah, that's fine. For those 5 people, they're going to love it.
And we will get sued. We will get sued so heavily.
I'm sure we could make it similar but legally distinct to Power Rangers.
Right, okay. I want you to come up with one more before the end of this podcast.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine. You can be a bit distracted.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, there's a fight scene. They fight. There's lots of tassels. Tommy hasn't morphed because...
Hang on, sorry. The Megazord is just like 5-way sex, right?
I mean, I guess.
And you have one person in the middle.
And everyone else becomes the arms and legs.
Yeah, in my mind I can see it.
Well, I need you to draw a diagram, and then we're going to need to burn the diagram so no one ever sees the diagram.
Yes. Done.
Yeah, so Tommy hasn't morphed.
Yep.
So he throws his hat into the air, punches a bunch of putties, and then catches it. And it's meant to be cool, I guess.
Yes.
But the problem is the time frame doesn't work at all. He'd basically have had to throw his hat into orbit.
He's a Power Ranger, he can do that, right?
He's not a Power Ranger.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just a dude with a horse.
I keep forgetting that he's supposed to not be a Power Ranger in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now all the putties are gone. It's just Needlenose and Goldar.
Yep.
And Needlenose is like, haha, poison sting. And he poisons Tommy
A little bit.
a little bit.
Yep.
So then there's a Mexican standoff. It's a high noon, everybody fingers on guns.
Yep.
And the Rangers draw.
Yep.
And they shoot.
Yep.
And Goldar and Needlenose step backwards into the time hole?
Yes.
I thought the time hole wasn't there anymore.
It's there now. And also, Goldar counts them in and doesn't cheat. He says, alright, on the count of 3, pull your guns and shoot me. And then counts to 3 and lets that happen.
Yeah, terror, like... Oh,
He's the worst bad guy ever.
he absolutely is the worst. Alright, so then Kim throws her outfit off like it's a poncho.
It's a pretty cool shot.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any
No
sense.
sense.
But it looks
Oh, I
super
wish they
rad.
had ponchos.
Yes.
Green Ranger, if they had a Green Ranger, he'd have had a poncho.
Yeah.
A gold poncho.
Oh, why could they just have him, like Tommy, be the Green Poncho Ranger?
Because Rita's got the coin in the...
In the dumpster?
I guess.
Or is it on the moon, unprotected?
I don't know. Would have required more thought than... More time, definitely.
Yes.
Anyway, so everyone starts dancing. Adam's dancing is definitely the best dancing because it is terrible dancing. And so then we're just... That's it.
I think I know what the power cannon is in the sex tip book.
Okay.
Not comfortable about talking about it right now.
Oh, dear.
Let's keep going.
Oh, God. Well, then I'm definitely not comfortable talking about it. I They put balls into it. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh God, what has this podcast become? Oh, you remember like 6 weeks ago, we were like, where does Rick get all that weird sex stuff from for us?
On the show, that's where.
Yep. Us talking about the power cannon's balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Alright, so back on the moon in the future, Lord Zed's like, well, Goldar, you done fucked up.
Yep. Which he did.
He did. He definitely did.
But Goldar says, I had a brilliant brainwave and left the monster on Earth so you could make him big. How about that? Didn't see that coming.
Lord Zed says, Goldar, you fool. It's brilliant.
Yes.
Mixed messages there, Lord Zed.
I mean, the only way I could read that is that he plays his sarcasm very straight. Because it should be, you fool, that's brilliant. You've made a monster that I can make big. Why haven't I ever thought of that before? You fool.
Yeah. So he makes it big.
Yep.
And Billy's like, I need more time to fiddle with the communicators. What are we going to do? And Tommy's like, well, Rocky and I'll go. We actually don't need the rest of you.
Yep.
We can all, we've got fighting robots. Matt, do you find it weird that they still yell dinosaur names even though they don't have dinosaur Zords?
Very much. And for some reason, yeah, I had that thought while watching this episode.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that happens every episode.
Yeah, it's happened for, we're at the end of season 2, so it's been 50 episodes of them doing that.
I think, in particular, it's because they don't show the shots at the start where the old Zords turn into the
possibly,
Zords.
yep.
So, Rocky says Tyrannosaurus, and then a red dragon comes out.
Yeah.
So you have that immediate dissonance.
Yeah.
Whereas before, they at least kind of hand-wave it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just...
It's weird.
It's weird that it hasn't been weird.
Yeah. But it's only going to be weird for one more episode.
Is it? Do they not yell Tyrannosaurus anymore?
Maybe not.
Oh no! Aww!
Times for a tangent, Michael.
Aww. I'm not ready for times to a change. Alright, so they're both in warrior mode.
Yep.
And they get their asses handed to them.
Basically.
Yeah. It's about 30 seconds later that Zordon's like, no, those guys... No.
No good.
They need the rest of you. So everyone goes, and they form the
Mega Tigerzord.
Mega Tigerzord?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those names are confusing, but fortunately we'll be moving on from those, and there'll be a new batch of confusing names soon.
Yes.
Uh,
The thing is here, though,
Yeah.
right, that Zordon says, oh, they need the rest of you.
Yep.
What they really need is the Zords.
Yes.
Right? And it's presented as, oh, we need the other Rangers so you can get the Zords out. The thing is, one of the Zords they get out is Kimberly's Zord.
Yep.
She's not there.
No.
Why could they just not do that with the other Zords?
Yep. They are all semi-sentient.
Yes.
And, really the only one that needs to stay is Billy.
Yes.
So, even if the other two go...
Yep. Yeah, the Power Rangers are not required. As long as there's at least one of them.
Yeah.
The way the show works now, is, and kind of in Dino Charge as well, to be honest, you kind of just need one Ranger, and you can just have all of the Zords.
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
A little, yeah.
Not only that, the monster is finished off by Kimberly Zord.
Yeah, they do the Phoenixy move.
Phoenixtron.
Yep. I guess that's the last time we'll see that.
Maybe it might be the next week one as well, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We're so close to the end of the season. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's next week.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yep, so they destroy the thing.
Yep.
Yep, done.
Cool.
Yeah. That's basically it. So, back in the command center, Billy's like, alright, gonna make a time hole. Got one shot. He's like, boom, time hole. And Kimberly just steps through the time hole.
Yeah, it also steps through like she's totally expecting it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why she would know she was about to go through a time hole.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she wasn't just didn't fall over because she was sitting on a stool at a saloon 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Or, 200 years ago, whatever it is.
So back in the past,
Yep.
That's it, everybody, yay, celebrate, good job done. Everybody toasts to being a Power Ranger.
Yep.
And talk about how that was maybe the most exciting thing they've ever done.
Yeah.
Which is why it's weird that it's not mentioned to their grandchildren or their great-grandchildren.
It's also slightly depressing.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of my life peaked for 2 minutes.
I mean, if they say that's the most exciting thing we've ever done,
Yeah.
they could go on to lead exciting lives of adventure.
You're not going to top being a Power Ranger, though.
Probably not. That's true.
Almost certainly not.
Yeah. And then the white stranger kind of rides away.
And before he does that, there's a note of like, oh, that Kimberly, she's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I'll be thinking about her a whole lot.
Yep. So as he rides away,
Yep.
he passes a carriage,
Yep.
which has ye oldie Kimberly in it.
Yep. And then he, like, tips his, like, hat at her.
He's not shocked at all.
No. No, he sees her, tips his hat, gives her a wry smile, and then rides off into the distance to sort of be on his horse in front of the sunset.
So this show has explicitly said
Yep.
that ye oldie those guys
Yes.
are the ancestors of our Power Rangers.
Yes. Yeah, so I guess what we're getting at here is it kind of seems like there's some, like, inter-time incest going on. Like, if Kimberly and Tommy get together in the past, which is kind of what this implies, and they are their own ancestors, that means that Tommy and Kimberly in the present are very much related.
And like maybe 4 or 5 generations back.
But that's
like,
not a whole lot.
it's definitely not enough for them to not know each other.
Yes.
I mean, I guess I don't know, like, who my relatives are on that level.
Yeah.
But
It's certainly not something you would want to happen to you, you know? Whether or not you're aware of it,
yeah.
it's not positive.
Yeah. Because, okay, Zordon says great-great-great-grandparents.
Yeah.
Right? So,
That's your great-grandparents' grandparents?
yes.
Yeah.
Or your grandparents' great-grandparents.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just...
It's not okay.
Like, does that... How far back then do those family trees split? Like...
I mean, like, to be fair, it's not explicitly stated that they hook up in the past, but that is the note that they leave you
Yeah,
with,
that's
right?
definitely the implication you have to end this episode on.
Yes.
But,
It's messed up,
yeah, it's not right.
you know?
It's just... Also, there's something super weird about, like, hey, that was a cute girl from the future. Oh, it's her great-grandmother. I'm going to get me some of that.
Yes.
Like, she doesn't know you.
The thing is, though, like, Steve Rogers did have a thing with Peggy Carter, and then wake up in the future, and then immediately get on Sharon Carter.
Yes, that's true.
And if it's good enough for Captain America, it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that.
Yay! So, is that a Rocko, a Miss Alicia, or an Abraham?
God, I honestly don't know.
I don't know either.
It's just...
Like, my inclination is somewhere between Abraham and Miss Alicia, to be honest.
But then there's just occasional bits of Rocko in it.
Yes.
And the first part was just appalling.
Yes. But, tassels.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but also just tassels.
But, neckerchiefs.
But power cannon.
But
Oh
cavalry.
wait, that one's on you.
That is
not
on-
on
that's
the show.
that's
That's
on the
not
show's
fair.
fault, Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can rank this one.
Can we call it a Miss Abraham?
I don't know what a Miss Abraham is, but it sounds terrifying.
It's halfway between a Miss Alicia and an Abraham.
Right? Is it Adam in drag,
Yeah.
or is
Wearing
it?
yellow. It's a Miss Abraham.
So it's time
Ranked.
to do the Ranger Danger creature feature.
Yep.
Needle-Nose was terrible, right?
Yes. Yes,
He had
absolutely.
one gimmick that did something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also was a bit racist.
Yeah. Is he worse than Turkey Jerk?
Nothing is worse than a turkey joke.
Well, that's going in the book, right?
Yes. That's in the not to do section. Never turkey joke.
Yeah, nothing's worse than... Oh, gosh.
On that page, it has to be Just an image of turkey jerk masturbating, right? Like that.
No, it doesn't have to be that. We don't ever have to have no. It does not have to be that. I'm very comfortable saying that it does not have to be that. In looking at a picture, his hands wouldn't even reach. He's got short, stumpy arms.
Yeah. Okay. Putting that aside, do you think he was the turkey jerk?
Yeah, Turkey Jerk was like a nothing monster that made no sense, and this guy is just as bad.
Yes.
Immediately below Turkey Jerk is Showbiz Monster. And I feel like Showbiz Monster goes lower because that's just the worst name.
Yes. Okay, yeah, above Showbiz Monster, I'm happy with that.
That's number 91.
Ugh. Now, where's Goldar at the moment?
90. Well, Goldar is below Showbiz Monster.
Yep.
So there's Showbiz Monster, Mr. Tickle Sneezer, Goldar, and then the monsters that we refuse to rank, like Snow Monster and Dark Rangers and Mondo the Magician.
Right. I mean, the Dark Rangers are at the bottom of the list, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah. I wish I could put him lower, but I really can't.
There's literally no... he's not lower than the Dark Rangers.
Okay. I just want to say for the record, although he can't go down rank any, he's still gone down in my mind.
Right. I mean, does he die ever?
I don't... no, I know what happens to Goldar.
Oh, okay.
So...
Okay, well...
Something happens to Goldar.
Many years from now?
Yes.
Oh, damn it.
Yep.
Alright, so that's been... I want to know about the power cannon, but I'm very, very afraid to find out.
You don't want to know.
I don't think I do. Alright, we'll see you guys next week for the last episode of Season 2.
Yeah, that's shocking. And game-changing. Revolutionary.
I don't think it's those things.
It's definitely not.
It's called Blue Ranger Gone Bad.
Yep. I think I know what that one's about.
Yep. He gets turned into a punk again.
God, that'd be so good.
That would actually be good. Alright, we'll see you guys then.
See you guys.